Okay, next is 2.4. We're moving backwards. It's writing linear equations. So the first thing you guys are going to be asked to do in your homework tonight is to identify slope and y-intercept. And it's pretty straightforward. They're going to give it to you in y equals mx plus b form. So if I looked at number 1 here and said y equals 3/4 x minus 2, and I asked you to identify the slope. Now, which letter do we use to identify slope again? M. So m equals something, and then the y-intercept is represented by what letter? B. So what is m in this case? What is m in this case? How about Mr. President? 3/4. And then b is, Eric? -2. Bam. That's all there is to it, right? That's all you are going to be doing. So let's do another one real quick. Y equals 5x minus 1. M in this case is, Aaron? 5. B is, Aaron, keep going. -1. Piece of cake. 3. Tricky. Y equals 2x. M is what? M is what? That should be a piece of cake. Identifying M. How about, let's see, Joshua? M is 2. Now, Joshua, what's B? B is 0 because there's nothing there. So make sure you guys keep that in mind. Okay? Pretty simple? I think so. Okay. Here's the fun part. When we begin writing equations, we need to have a new, well, no, we don't need it, but it's nice to have. It's this formula called point-slope form, and it goes y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. Now, at this point in algebra, believe it or not, you can actually survive without learning this form. But the reason why we teach it to you is because when you guys end up doing slope of a line at a given point on a curve when you're in calculus, this actually comes in more handy than the other method of just solving for b, which some of your algebra teachers might have taught you. So memorize this point-slope form here. You know, if you're sitting around washing the dishes or something like that, just kind of recite point-slope form to yourself, or if you're ever watering your plants outside, just mowing the lawn, just y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. You'd be surprised when you're whacking weeds outside how quickly that stuff will start to sink in. All right, anyway, your homework will ask you to write the equation of a line. Sorry, get rid of one. It'll say, the directions will say write the equation of the line, and it'll be specific. It'll say in slope-intercept form. Now, there's a lot of forms here, but we got to keep them straight. Point-slope form is this big thing up here. What is slope-intercept form? What is slope-intercept form? Will. Y equals mx plus b, which means you're going to have to do some algebraic manipulation after you plug, which means you're going to have to plug and you're going to have to chug. So, number 1 is going to say it gives you a slope of 0.25 and it passes through 0, 4. This one's easy. Okay, first thing that I would recommend you do is you take that 0.25 and do what with it? Jessica Bradshaw. Turn it into a fraction. So, anybody who goes to Chuck E. Cheese, what is 0.25 expressed as a fraction? 1/4. You don't even need to go to Chuck E. Cheese to know that. It takes 4 quarters to play 2 games of Street Fighter. Alright. If it passes through 0, 4, then we just pump this thing into point-slope form. It's going to be y minus, well in this case, y sub 1 is 4 equals m, which is our 1/4 here, times x minus x sub 1, which is 0. Y minus 4 equals, I'm going to distribute that in. I get 1/4 x minus nothing, right, because 0 times anything is 0. And here I'm just going to add 4 to both sides, and you get y equals 1/4 x plus 4. Raise your hands if you beat me to that answer. You got there before I did. Good. Okay. Let me give you guys another one. The slope is 4, and it passes through 2, comma, negative 1. Take care of that one on your own for a second. All right, everybody, let's go ahead and get back on track here. If I do this, it's going to be y minus what? Y minus what? Negative 1, right? Or I heard some people say y plus 1, it'll eventually turn into that, but not quite yet, equals m, which is 4, times x minus 2. Raise your hands if you got this far, or a little bit further. Great. We know this is going to be turned positive, and we know we're going to distribute this thing in. This is 4x minus 8. This is y plus 1. Subtract the 1 from both sides. The entire equation is y equals 4x minus 9. Raise your hands if you got y equals 4x minus 9 as your final equation. You guys are awesome. Good job. Okay. So let's do more, because the only thing they can really do to make it harder at this point is to throw more stuff at you to prevent you from getting to a point at which you're very comfortable. So let's see what that looks like. If I gave you something that looks like this, we're on number 3. This is a slope of a line. It just passes 4, 3 and 7, negative 2. That's all the information that they give you. So in this case, they didn't give you the slope like the last 2 examples. However, we do know that there's a formula out there that we learned a couple days ago or yesterday that teaches us how to find the slope of a line. Justin. Y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So let's use this to find the slope. So m is going to equal negative 2 minus 3 over 7 minus 4. Raise your hands if you had already determined that that was the right course of action, if you were light years ahead of me. Excellent. So we've got negative 5 over 3. That is our slope. And now, who can raise their hand and tell us which coordinates are the right set of coordinates to choose? Samantha. Either. It actually doesn't matter. So Samantha, which one do you want? 4 and 3 sounds good. I like staying positive. You guys can do 7, negative 2 if you're a negative kind of person. So we've got y minus, if we choose that, we get y minus 3 equals negative 5/3 times, what do we choose? Did we choose this one? X minus 4. All right. So now it's going to get a little hairy because we've got some fractions going on here, but that's okay. Negative 5/3 x plus, this is 20 over 3, yeah? Y minus, now, okay, please let me know if I'm moving too fast for you. Eventually, you know I got to move this negative 3 over, right? So why don't I go and find the common denominator right now? What's 3 represented as a number with denominator 3? I'm right. 9 over 3, right? So I'm going to go ahead and add 9 over 3 to both sides. So I got y equals negative 5/3 x plus 29 over 3. Raise your hands if you got to this answer before I did. Good. Okay, and that's typically what I'll do is when I see a problem that looks like this, it's getting a little nasty, I'm going to go ahead and convert this into the fraction with the common denominator of the b term. Okay? So let's do another one. 4. Okay, it passes 7, 2, 3, negative 5. So, again, not enough information yet, but we can find the slope. It's going to be m equals negative 5 minus 2 over 3 minus 7. So it looks like I've got here negative 7 over, what is this, negative 4. In reality, my slope is not negative 7 over negative 4. It is really 7/4, so it's positive. So make sure you guys do that. Okay, Kiyomi, what do you want? You want left side or right side? Left side. Let's stay positive, okay? I like that. You're a positive person. Y minus 2 equals m, so 7 over 4, times x minus 7. Okay, let's distribute this in. I got 7 over 4 x minus 7 times 7? 49 over 4. Y minus. Now this thing's going to have to change into a common denominator. 2 represented as something with denominator 4. Aaron? 8 over 4. I'm going to add that to both sides. So I've got, whoops, I've got y equals 7 over 4x Let's see here. Negative 49 plus 8 is negative 41 over 4. Raise your hands if you got there before I did. Did you get there before me? Got there before me? Okay, good job. Okay, let me give you a couple last ones. Raise your hands if I'm moving too fast for you. Am I moving too fast? Okay. Okay, here's one more thing they can throw at you to make it a little more tricky. They might give you a different set of information. They may say, what number are we on? 5? I know these bother you, but just hold on, okay? Okay, we're on 5. They might just say, okay, x-intercept is negative 5, and the y-intercept is at 7. And that's all they're going to give you. Right? But here, what you have to do is you have to be able to read between the lines and understand that they really did give you a set of coordinates here. If the x-intercept is negative 5, what are the coordinates of that point? Andreas? Negative 5, 0, which means that the next one, Andreas, is 0, 7. So now, this looks like the problem we did a couple seconds ago, right? Now we just need to find out the slope of this line. So that would be m equals 7 minus 0 over 0 minus negative 5. So 0 plus 5. So that's 7 over 5. That's m. So now I just pump this. Actually, I don't. Do you know how to make this jump straight from here if you've already gotten your y-intercept, what the equation is once you find the slope? Andres?
Wouldn't it be y equals 7, 6, x plus 7?
Plus 7, exactly, because they already gave you the y-intercept. So in this case, if you see a problem like this on your quiz on Friday, you can just jump straight from the y-intercept into here without doing point slope, because you don't need it, right? Point slope gives you the slope-intercept, and this is the y-intercept, and so is this. Yeah, is that too wordy? No? Jared, you good? Okay. Easy, Jared?
Oh, yeah.
Easy, like selling diamond rings, right?
I don't know.
Cool.
I don't know if that's like...
Okay. We're on 6, right? Okay, so let me give you guys one to do on your own. X-intercept is at 3. Y-intercept is at 2. Please take care of that. Madison, what are the coordinates here?
3, 0.
3, 0, and 0, 2. So let's find out our slope. 2 minus 0 over 0 minus 3. Negative 2/3, yes, is our slope. Now, who can raise their hand and tell us what is the straight up slope-intercept form of this equation here? Justin.
Y equals negative 5 y equals negative 2
Raise your hands if you got that. Simple, right? Very, very simple. Okay, one more thing that they can do to make this difficult for you would be to give you something to think about when you do this. If I wrote a problem, what number are we on? 7? If it passes negative 1, 1, and it's parallel to y equals 2x minus 7. Okay, when you encounter a problem like this, one of the most important things I can tell you is there is a piece of information in this graph that you need, and there's a piece of information that you can disregard. The piece that you can disregard is the y-intercept. Just cross that off. You don't need that because we're only looking for something that's parallel to this thing, which means I only need to extrapolate the slope. What is the slope of the line that I am going to be interested in? Joshua? 2. This is the slope that I want right here. And it passes through negative 1, 1, which means now I have all the information I need to pump it into point slope and rock and roll. Y minus 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. If it's minus negative 1, it's positive 1. Yeah? Distribute 2x plus 2. Y equals 2x plus 3. So when you encounter this in your homework, remember, when you say, oh, it passes through such and such point, parallel or perpendicular, what is the only thing that you're really paying attention to in this section? What's the only thing you're paying attention to? Everyone say on 1, 2, 3. What's the only thing you're paying attention to? 1, 2, 3. Slope. That's all you care about. The y-intercept, don't care about it. Who cares? I don't care about the y-intercept in that problem. I don't care if I hurt its feelings either. Okay, passes. 5, negative 4. Again, parallel to y equals x plus 4. What can I get rid of in this problem? What do I not care about here? Jessica Bradshaw. The plus 4, who cares? I'm sorry, you're out of here. You're voted off the island. You're done. What is the slope that I am going to be interested in? The slope that I'm going to be interested in. Eric. 1/5. That's all I care about. I got my 1/5 here, I've got my point right here, and that's all I need. So I've got y plus 4 equals 1/5 x minus 5. So let's distribute this in. 1/5 x minus, what's 1/5 times 5? 1. Y plus 4. Subtract 4 from both sides. So I've got, when I'm done, y equals 1/5 x minus 5. Yeah? Good, good. Luke, how you doing? Excellent. Easy? Luke? Good. Like shooting down TIE fighters, right? No big deal. Just don't get cocky. That's what Han Solo said anyways. Alright, we are on number 9, right? We are passing 3, 3. And now we are perpendicular to y equals negative 3/5 x plus 4. Again, no need to care about the 4. Goodbye, you're off the island. Who can raise their hand and tell us what is the slope of the line that we are now going to be interested in? Amrit. Oh! Bamboo shoots in my fingernails. That hurts me. Justin. 5/3. And now, Amrit, remember, read the problem. We're perpendicular now, right? So opposite sign reciprocal. So that's what we are interested in. So now we've got everything we need. Y minus 3 equals m times x minus 3. That's going to go in. You got 5/3 x minus 5 equals y minus 3. Back this thing over. Y equals 5/3 x plus minus 2. Almost made a mistake there. I was going to say minus 8. Whoops. Almost caught myself there. How are we doing? Is this pretty easy? Okay, let me give you guys one to do on your own. Passes 2, 4 perpendicular to y equals negative 1/4 x plus 4. Give that one a shot, please. All right. Well, we've already established we don't have to care about that. M is equal to what? What is my new M? New M. Joshua. Got to be 4. Boom. So now we've got y minus 4 equals m times x minus x sub 1. And then we just go, right? We kind of just do this. Y equals 4x, minus 4. Almost lost it again there. Raise your hands if you got this answer. Y equals 4x minus 4. Okay, scale of 1 to 3. 1 being easy, 2 being medium, 3 being hard. Where are you at with this whole material? Okay. Clear enough for desks, except for a sheet of paper and a pencil, please.